Hi, I'm Manachain Monaghan, and I'm here at the Monk Cocktail Bar in Buxton in Derbyshire. But we've actually been transported to Yorkshire today because we are today playing with the Mason's expressions of Yorkshire gin. Right now we're going to be using the Mason's Lavender infused gin. Mason's is normally a very earthy, savoury gin. It's not in that kind of classic floral, perfumey style. So it's really lovely to try a Mason's expression that has a bit of the floral element brought back into it. And they make this using lavender grown in Yorkshire. So it's a real authentic Yorkshire spirit. Mason's are based in Beedale at the foot of Wensleydale. And there they create this gin in batches of about 200 litres in an alembic copper pot still that the lavender is directly distilled into for a really unique flavour profile. We have all those classic Mason's earthy, savoury notes, but now we have this kind of intense floral note as well from the lavender. Yeah, lovely. On the palate, comes through with plenty of juniper, some nice candied lemon zest, and then that lavender just comes in the finish, a real soft floral element to it. So it's going to be perfect for making a new type of gin and tonic with those soft floral elements. And also excellent for kind of reimagining some classic cocktails. So for our Mason's Lavender Gin and Tonic, we're going to change things a little bit. We want to maintain that floral sweetness. We don't want to dry it out too much. So we're actually going to combine it with a little bit of lemon alongside soda water instead of tonic water. Tonic water is possibly going to be too powerful and kind of get rid of all the nice subtle nuances of the lavender in there. So we're going to remove that element, replace it with soda, and we'll rely on lemon oils for the tannic dryness. So with our gin and tonics, we want to start from the ground up. You want to use a nice ballooned glass like this. It's going to give that lavender loads of room to be really lovely and aromatic and open, so you're going to experience it in the best possible way. And then really good ice, very important. Make your own ice from boiled water, and you're going to end up with nice clear ice, which isn't going to melt too quickly, and more importantly, it's not going to flatten this soda and tonic water that you have in there. So I've used 50 ml for lavender gin, and at this point I'm going to add some lemon zest. Spritzing it over the glass, you're going to get the oils around the rim, in the rim and inside the glass, and it's just going to give us a little bit of a slightly tannic bitterness, as well as being very fragrant, and that's going to replace those tannic elements of the tonic water. So I'm actually going to give it 2 spritzes here. Then in place of the tonic water, we're going to use soda in about a 1.5 proportion, so 75 ml. There we go. We'll just give this a quick stir. You can just swirl it in the glass. And a taste. Yeah, lovely. So by using the soda water instead of tonic water and the lemon peels, we still have that nice tannic dry edge that you get from a gin and tonic, but it's just giving the lavender room to come out. And we taste all those lovely earthy, savoury notes, the kind of licorice, the saffron, the fennel, and then you just get this light floral element in the finish as well. Really lovely gin and tonic. A little bit different as well, which is great. So as a bartender, this is quite an exciting product for us to use because it has that really unique flavour profile, and it brings a floral element, and but it's not oversweetened and it's not too powerful. It just allows us to kind of reimagine some classic cocktails. And for me, the most apparent one to try and do something with this spirit was the Classic Aviation. It's normally gin, maraschino, fresh lemon, and a cremavette or a violet liqueur. But because we have this lovely lavender note in this gin, this really lovely floral, recognizable floral note, it means we don't have to use the cremavette, and we can just go straight in with the gin, maraschino, and fresh lemon. So we're going to start with 50 ml. The Mason's Lavender. And to this I'm going to add about 10 ml of fresh lemon and about 12.5 ml of maraschino liqueur. So we're totally removing the cremavette or violet liqueur element from it. just because we don't need it. And if you look at the real old school classic aviation recipes, they didn't call for creme Yvette, they didn't call for violet. They were just using gins that were already more floral in nature. So 12.5 ml here of the maraschino. And of course we're going to shake this. Shaking it's going to aerate it. It's going to help all those kind of lights, those more oil-based flavors come alive and really come to the party and make things exciting. And we're calling this variation on the aviation the age aviation. And that is in homage to a great Yorkshire lady called Amy Johnson, who was the first woman to fly solo from England to Australia. And she set all sorts of speed records, flying to South Africa, to America. And she was from the East Riding of Yorkshire, just near Hull. She actually died in very mysterious circumstances during the Second World War. And so a real iconic Yorkshire lady. And we're going to garnish this finally with a little twist of lemon zest. You know, if you're making these at a party, for your friends, entertaining, making a lot of them, just a strip will do, but as we have time here, we'll do a nice spiral twist. And there we have the age aviation. It's a really lovely variation on the aviation. For me, an aviation can quite often be too sweet. That creme Yvette, the violet comes through. The floral element is too powerful. It doesn't really sit that comfortably alongside. But using the Mason's Lavender Yorkshire gin, we get a really lovely balance between those sweet cherry notes, the maraschino, the fresh lemon, a little bit of lavender coming through, but still with all those typical Mason earthy flavors as well. Really lovely spirit.